Erika Kirk has no idea what she's in for. I mean, she really, honestly doesn't. And I don't know what's worse, the fact that she's clueless or the fact that people allow her to do this. She's setting herself up for something that's going to be irreparable. Now, let me start off by saying something. I don't know this woman from Adam. It doesn't matter. I'm just another voice, another person giving you my 2 cents. What the hell do I know? I'm not important. But I know what I'm talking about. And I can read a couple of things. And I can read a phony a mile away. And that's the part which is the most interesting. She is so profoundly phony. But here's the worst part about this. And I want you to take this very carefully and listen to me seriously. First, I'm telling you the way it is, right? I'm not telling you that I agree with this. My particular sensibilities, my morality have nothing to do with this. But there's something which you have to notice if you're paying attention and the momentum is building. They're referring her constantly as bi-curious or lesbian. You got that? Go ahead and say it. Say it. You know what you have to say now. You know, the Seinfeld thing. There's something wrong with it. I don't particularly care for it. Not that there's anything. We know that. We don't care about this. It doesn't mean anything to me. But when you're a group of people, Christians, young people, TPUSA, adherents, zealots, acolytes, minions, followers, apostles, whatever you want to call it, and you have been told repeatedly that there is a strong preference for and towards and regarding heterosexual, straight lifestyles. If you've been told that repeatedly, and you've been told that TPUSA and Charlie Kirk and others represent the place for you to go for strong, firm, legitimate, authentic Christian values. I don't want to say heteronormative, that's the wrong term, but heterosexual, straight, Christian politics, then anything that you see that is indicative of something that's contrary to that becomes a problem. And if you read people who use her own words, her own pictures, her own references, her own statements, her own comments as to other women, meeting with them, talking about them. Again, I'm saying this almost maybe reflexively, maybe too much, but I am not casting aspersions. I don't care about this. It does TPUSA. I don't care really what you say unless and until you lie, and more importantly, you lie and then you blast Candace Owens. I must admit, over a period of time, by virtue of doing this with such regularity, and as so many issues evolve and revolve around various issues, I've come to like Candace Owens. I've never met her. I think I like her. I guess. I like her cause. I like her spunk. I like the fact that she's on her own. I like the fact that she came forward and said, I'm going to do everything I want my way. And I'm not going to ask for any permission. I'm going to say what I want. I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. I respect that. That's one thing that everybody who is worth their salt, irrespective of what they believe, everybody has to be able to say what they feel without worries, without concerns over somebody taking it the wrong way. Nobody cares about it. They don't care about that. But here's the thing. This first instance of Erika and this young 15-year-old girl when they were talking, it seems predatory, it seems grooming, it seems creepy, it seems absolutely wrong. Then when you have somebody, and this is the part that gets me, who is doing everything in her power to say basically, who cares about convention? These women are either hot or what have you, and I don't care whether you at TPUSA or those acolytes or minions or fans of Charlie, whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. This is what I like, because I'm going to say what I think is important, what I think is hot or sexy or whatever, and to hell with you. That's what it is. I don't care. There's another part of this. The other part of that says, I don't even care about self-preservation. You don't understand something. I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I'm Erika Kirk. I don't have to worry about it. The hell with you. I've got all the money. You love me. You love me. You adore me. I'm Charlie's ex. Charlie's wife, I should say, not ex. There are others, which is very interesting. Somebody posted something she said that when she was young, she was a tomboy and had short hair and looked like a guy. Okay, fine. The point is, why that's important, if at all, is that this goes to bolster the idea that, as people like Milo, who is, I would be less than candid if I didn't say I didn't find him funny. But he's calling her bi-curious. He says she's a lesbian. This one says everybody's, and they throw this gay thing, or everybody's gay. Again, who cares? But you're the one who said, no, I'm taking over. And here's the bottom line. She basically told you, and anybody who was a fan of Candace, told them, get it through your head. I'm coming after you, Candace. I'm coming after you. And I'm going to get my people and my folks, my Praetorian Guard, and we're coming after you. So deluded, so disjointed, so cosmically, intellectually untethered and unmoored is this woman from morality that she doesn't understand what she's done. She's incurred the wrath of you. There was a scene I told you from the movie Jack Reacher, the original version with Tom Cruise. And right before he's about to just destroy this guy's balls in a fight and cripple him, and he turns to this guy that he's about to cripple and he says, remember, you wanted this. And that's what I'm thinking about Erika. Erika, what are you doing? Do you know who these people are? First of all, they love Candace more than you maybe love yourself. Well, that may be a tall order, but close to it then. They adore Candace. And there are people who may not care for Candace, but they recognize when somebody's being treated unfairly. And there are other people who sit back and they sift and they collate and they research and they cull and they peruse and they catalog and they have all the time in the world to go through every post, every reference, cross-reference, lay it out in a presentation to basically show that at yet another level, Erika Kirk's a phony. Let me ask you this question. Back up. Tell me one thing that she ever says that you believe. Tell me. Tell me. Now, I'm not going to argue whether she's crying. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to second guess grief. People grieve in different ways. People act accordingly. But let me ask you the question. Is there anything about her that she's ever exuded, ever explained, ever displayed where you say, that's great? I haven't seen it yet. I know phonies. I know the way they look at you. I know their eye contact. I know the way the actor or actress comes through. She's playing a role. And she's hanging on to this TPUSA thing. And here's the bottom line. Apparently, the people in charge have no control, because I would have said to her, your days are over. You had it. You came back, and all you had to do, Erika, all you had to do, after a period of grief, is to come out and just talk about Charlie and talk about the program and talk about God and talk about how you've helped people and the scholarships, not about you, not how you've handled it, not how you're handling it, not the looks. I don't know what was worse. Maybe seeing the text messages with a 15-year-old, that was bad. But to me, what it was, to me, which was absolutely laser-like in terms of its indictment, and that was the piece where she came out and basically was, during that recovered Zoom call or whatever this was, where she's ebullient, effusive, giddy, beside herself, thrilled over the merch sales and how she's done so well with whatever it is. I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me. Hey guys, what was it, 6 days afterward? I mean, it was the most damning thing I've ever seen. She almost looked, and you're going to hate me for saying this, she almost seemed relieved. It's the Erika show. It's my time. Erika's here, my friends. Erika's here. You know you love me. You've always loved me. You love me as an actress, as a beauty queen, as an athlete, everything about me. And here's the best part. Don't people know that you're going to find out about her? Had she said, "Listen, I dated before. I'm not proud of it. I drank. I'm not some teetotaling. I'm who I am. I'm a sinner." I mean, people would say, "You know what? I like that." It's when you lie. The lie, the cover up is worth more than the lie. It's the lie hurts when it's unnecessary. My friend years ago, the great Gordon Soley, it's a great friend of mine. He's a wrestling announcer, the best ever. And he said to me in private, he says, some people would rather climb up a tree and lie than stand there and tell the truth. Sometimes some people don't even know what the truth is. Some people feel so facile, so squishy when it comes to any kind of commitment to the truth or any kind of guarantee of veracity or verity, that they really don't care. They don't care anymore. They just don't care. And all they have to do is say, "Listen, I'm a regular person. I dated. Okay, fine, thank you. She's one of us." But no. She forgot the shtick. It was like to her, everything is an acting job. Everything is schmaltz. Everything is over the top. Everything is excessive. Everything is exuberant. Everything is, you've got to be kidding me. Everything is, it's a con. I don't believe anything she says about anything. Have you ever heard her talk or worry? First of all, I keep asking, where's Charlie buried? Where are his parents? How are the kids doing? How's everything? Who are these people? Why do you call it the Charlie Kirk show on TPUSA? Who are these creepy? Creepy apparently is an operative word in this. These creepy, slimy, almost reptilian, faux, saccharine, anodyne, ersatz, fucate, synthetic. Who are these people? And it seems so Stepfordy and almost like a cult. But like I said, when she came out and she was just giddy over merch sales, I thought, I've seen everything. Now, Candace, you know what you have to do. You have to make an example of these people. And you can do it better than anybody. I know you can. You have the ability, a rapier wit, tremendous delivery. You destroyed. Ben Shapiro's through. Everybody's through. They're just done. Ben Shapiro still doesn't really understand it. They tried everything. The Fort Huachuca, everything. You've won everything. There's no gotcha moment. You've won everything. Keep doing it. Because if there's one thing that I think all of us agree with, is that we hate a phony. And you don't have to be a phony. And she's done these things which are so... listen, I got to tell you, if you would have told me that I would have been this interested in this issue, I would have said, no, it's a misunderstanding. After it's done, it'll be done. Erika Kirk will move on It will go back to things like, Nancy Guthrie and other issues as well. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. The issue, believe it or not, is this. It's beyond anything I've seen. So, my friends, I say to you this. Erika, you wanted this. They're going to annihilate you. You're going to end up a grease spot on the highway. And you brought this on yourself. You never even cared to go back and realize, what have I said? Let me get my story straight. You felt bulletproof. You felt Kevlar laden. You felt impervious. You felt that nothing gets you because you believed your own press. You think you are loved, beloved, cherished. You think people, young women in particular, are in awe of you. You think you can seduce us. Because remember something. That's what grooming is. It's seduction. You see, the true predator wants you to love them. They're very patient. They know exactly where to go. The compliment. 50-year-old girl with father issues and abandonment issues. To go in for the kill like that. She is so through, it's not even funny. So, Candace, many of us await for you to return. We can only imagine the work you're doing. And do not think, dear Candace, that this is about necessarily Erika per se. What this is about is making sure that fraud never flourishes, that lying never wins, that mendacity is always crushed. That's the bottom line. And nobody does it better than you. And let me thank you, dear viewer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your calm notes, your kind notes. I've got some questions for you to fill in. I ask you to follow me thoroughly, listen to what I have to say, and I read every comment. I may not answer, I'd be all day answering these, but your comments are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you for this. Candace, you go, girl. And you've got us in your corner. Believe me. And Erika, remember, you wanted this. And now, my friends, I ask you to comment as you see fit.